I can't believe that pit viper is so close to the walkway, because you can hear it just going. We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust. We found our way to Sembawang Hills Hawker Centre and we're very excited, and I'm incredibly hungry.
Yep, me too. We don't really know a lot of what's here, so this is kind of going to be a nice surprise. We realised we've been past it before a really long time ago, and
it's like an OG hawker centre built in 1974. We're going to check out what food we can get, and then there's a lovely nature walk nearby, so let's go!
The dumplings with soup in it, and I got number 9. I got number 6.
This week the kids started back at school, and every day when I had to pick them up at about 3 o'clock it has rained, and not just like a little bit, like bucketed it down rain. And I can feel the wind is changing, it's got that nice cool in the air, and you're like, oh, this weather's nice, and then you get rained on. So we're quite sat near the edge, and I'm hoping that we don't get wet and that it stops enough so that we can go on our nature walk, otherwise it's going to be a bit soggy. Yes, please. I'm getting the double fish soup. I like the one with the fried and the sliced. I asked for no bitter gourd. It's just a vegetable I cannot eat. I've tried so many times, but it just makes my whole body like feel a bit weird. And as the wind is coming in and it's a bit cooler, I don't mind having soup. Usually I can't have any soupy dishes if I'm feeling too hot, so this is like the perfect thing in the perfect weather, even though I don't want to get rained on.
So many of the places we checked out online recommended this curry puff shop, so we're going to go have some curry puffs. I'm just going to buy a couple and take them with us for snacks afterwards, always the best.
Milo really wanted roast meat rice. We got here at about 1 o'clock. Most of the places had already kind of stopped serving. There's lots of places that are cash only, so it might be worth bringing cash. There is I think I can see one cash point next door, but I'm not sure what bank it is from here, and you have to go to the correct cash point for your bank over here in Singapore. Whereas in the UK you can go to anyone, which caught me out a few times when we first moved here. So yeah, come with cash, maybe come a bit earlier because this looks like things are kind of finishing up now for the morning. So he's going to have kaya toast instead. It's really windy here, my hair's blowing all over the place. Aspen's gone for xiao long bao, which is one of our favourite things to eat always. So we're going to wait for John to eat and Milo's food and see what the weather does.
I'm having Milo drink with eggs and kaya, and the man's going to bring it to us.
I decided to go for something a bit lighter. I've got popiah. Popiah is like, I guess it's like a spring roll for those of you who don't really know popiah, or like a taco. Is it really a taco? Burrito. It's like an Asian burrito, Chinese Singaporean burrito. It's got veggies in it. This one's got some prawns. It's also got some Chinese sausage inside as well, which is great. It's all good. The rain's come in, it's a bit wet, but we're going to enjoy our lunch and then figure out what we're going to do later, because if it doesn't clear up, a rainforest walk might not be the best thing for us to do today. Delicious.
This is my favourite bit of the fish soup, the fried bit, probably the least healthy bit, but it's so good. And the food, it doesn't go like horrible soggy, it still keeps its really nice flavour, and it's not crunchy, but it's just so good.
Initially I thought the popiah was going to be enough, but I'm still feeling quite hungry, so I'm going to tap into one of these curry puffs that I bought a bit earlier, and we'll probably go back and get a couple for the road. It has cleared up as well, which is pretty nice. I don't want to say it like too definitely in case it shuts it down again, but it's looking okay. So here we go. Chicken inside instead of just veggies, and it's just beautiful. stuffed full. There's hardly any air pockets inside, unlike some other slightly more commercialised curry puffs you can get. The egg yolk's great, chicken tastes amazing. Oh, it's nice. Not too spicy, it's perfect just for a grab and snack. I'm happy.
So just as Johnsy said, it looks like the rain is easing. It's come back even heavier than before probably. So we're going to just sit for a little bit longer and see what happens. But it's quite nice to not be in a rush. We don't really have any other plans today. Yeah, so we're just going to sit, enjoy the atmosphere. It's quite nice. There's other people that have come in to take refuge. They've just grabbed a hot drink, sitting, and just kind of watching the rain fall, which is quite nice too.
While we're waiting here, and the rain is definitely coming down, I thought I'd just mention a bit about our kids. They're currently reading, both of them. We've got them to bring their books out. They had a library day yesterday. So Aspen has got a comic chapter book, which she loves because it's a comic and it's got chapters. And Milo's reading one of the Harry Potter books. They love reading, and I think I wanted just to talk about it because we often get comments like on the bus or the MRT when our kids are reading. They're like, "Oh wow, your kids are so good. They're reading instead of watching a screen." And we've toyed with talking a bit about parenting a lot, and I think today is probably the best day because we currently don't feel like our parenting's working. And so we're coming at it from a very, very humble place instead of that bit. Parents, you know what it's like. Sometimes you get lured into a false sense of security and you think you've nailed it. And we're not at that point now, so it's good just to share with you that this is something that we do quite well, but occasionally it's a battle, like before we left today.
Yeah, they wanted to bring out loads of toys for them. We're like, we're going on a nature walk, there's not time. Aspen wanted to bring this whole it's like a mini table, but like a briefcase that has like a desk and artwork and pencils. It's not going to work today. So we kind of bargained with them, like bring some books, we'll be on the bus, we'll be on the MRT. And
we've noticed that often in these moments, kids will just be handed a screen. And as educators, we know how bad that can be. And so we're quite stubborn about it, aren't we? We only let the kids have a very limited amount of screen time throughout the week. And it's good, I think. So that was all. I thought it'd be good to chat with you. The rain has maybe eased 20%, but we might be stuck here for a little bit and then we'll have to head off somewhere else. I don't know what the plan is, but you'll find out very, very soon. Sooner than we will. Okay, the rain has eased enough for me to show you this really cool hut just over the road from the Hawker Centre called the Sembawang Hills Estate Taxi Service. Now, this little hut was built in 1968, and the grab drivers or the taxi drivers of old would hang out here in between clients and have coffee and chat with each other, which is really, really cool. It's right here. I'm just gonna check it out. This is so cool. The benches actually have the telephone number on them, but the telephone number only has 5 digits, so like 59924. It used to be 5 digits for telephone numbers in Singapore, and now it's 8. And I guess because the numbers of numbers has increased, we need more telephone numbers. So back then there were only 5 digits to a telephone number. I love it. I love that it's still here. Wooden slats that are surrounding it, just beautifully nestled together, and lots of coloured lights I can see over the top, light bulbs. I'd love to come here at night time and see it glowing, assuming they still turn everything on, but we're not here right now. It says open on it, but there's like curtains up. I'm tempted to knock on the door, but I don't want to wake up any uncles who might be sleeping or taxi drivers who might be using it at the moment. So yeah, it's really, really awesome. At the top I can see that there are metal slats, metal rods, and then I think just netting, maybe glass, but it could look like netting, and that's it. So it'll be nice and fresh air in there, no aircon. There'll be a fan going around, I'm sure, just to keep everybody cool. And just under the door I can see some beautiful pink and white tiles, so it must be tiled inside too. Love to check it out. There are lots of clues for me that suggest that it is still in use. I understand a group of ex-taxi drivers, some uncles, have bought it and they still use it even though they don't ride taxis anymore. They just hang out there, almost like a little clubhouse, which I think is awesome. Yeah, it's great. The rain is still here, but it's quite light. I'm tempted to go for a rainforest walk anyway.
Yeah.
And see what happens. And if we get wet, we get wet.
Yeah.
And we just have to figure out getting home somehow without upsetting people about getting wet. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should we do that? So maybe we might suggest that and see how we go. It's not far from here, and I've never been to the Pierce Reservoir, upper or lower. And I think this is the lower one. So we're gonna go and see what we can find. We're gonna go, but we're gonna get the curry puffs first, because, well, why not? We have decided to choose not to regret our decision about just going for a walk in the rain, because, well, Aspen's motto for when it rains is that our skin is waterproof, and I love that. Our skin is waterproof. We're fully equipped to deal with this, and so we're just going to go and just enjoy the refreshing nature of a downpour, rather than complain about how soggy we're getting. Although Millie has got an umbrella. Woohoo! In your bag?
Yeah.
Nice, clever.
And lots of our friends say that they don't like nature walks because it's too hot and they get bitten. But when it's raining, you're not too hot and you're not going to get bitten.
It's all good. You might still get bitten. Aspen has recently become a little bit obsessed with snails, particularly the big African snails we get here in Singapore. They are an invasive species, which means that they've been brought in by people, and they're actually shifting the ecosystem in various areas of the country in a negative way. So she's carrying a little baby one around at the moment. We are looking for the entrance to Pierce Reservoir, and we've walked down an area that it could be. We're not 100% certain, but we're just going to walk and see what we can find. A public washroom would normally mean we're at an end park, because they don't tend to just be out and around for no reason. That's a pretty well equipped one, and there's some signs saying stop feeding the monkeys, they've got enough food in the forest. So I think we're heading in the right direction.
Even though it's raining, it's actually a really nice temperature to walk around in, and yeah, this is really nice. I don't think I've been here before. There's a country club around here as well that has like a golf course, and it's just large open space of water, and because it's raining we've kind of got the place to ourselves as well, which is awesome.
This reservoir was Singapore's second reservoir. The first one was McRitchie Reservoir, one of my favourite places to walk around. This one was opened in 1912 to be able to create more water for Singapore and its increasing demand. It was originally just called, I think, Kallang Reservoir, and then it was called Pierce Reservoir, and then they opened Upper Pierce Reservoir, so they made this one Lower Pierce Reservoir. But it's beautiful and it's so peaceful. We're having a great time.
Yeah, everyone's in like fancy suit, hats, like guys walking with a cane, and there's this like structure here that's no longer here. This is here, and funnily, today there's a guy still stood there fishing. I don't think it's the same guy.
We found some snail shells that looked like it's been cracked open by otters and they've eaten it.
There's all these like dig marks in the ground. I wonder if they were otters. Jonty wondered if perhaps it was wild boars, because there are some in the area. So yeah, have a look. Let us know what you think. It seems odd to me that they're just in one sort of small area, and quite a lot of it as well. So it doesn't look like it would be like people digging or like kids playing around. So yeah, let us know what you think.
The pathway has turned into a boardwalk, and we're heading in to the rainforest, which I'm very much looking forward to. This is going to be beautiful.
trying to feed him. I found its mouth. Come on.
This is cool. I'll talk about it a lot when we're in the rainforest, but I love the fact that we're here and it's so dense we can't even see the reservoir to our left, and we don't even know what's happening on the right. Like, it's really, really thick and you can't hear anything other than just the rain hitting the leaves, and it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this tree. It's a tembusu. Ah.
I don't want it on.
What's happened?
It pooed on me. No, don't try to get on me again. I need to take it off first. I know, stop looking at your poo.
This is beautiful, and the weather with it being rainy is kind of making it a little hazy, which is giving like just a really nice feel, and it looks like things are further away and like almost, you know, you see mountains and it's slightly hazy, you see mountains in the background. I know they're not mountains in Singapore, but it's kind of giving that, I don't know, just a different depth of field, I think, with all the haziness, and we're right by the water here. The rain, the sound of the rain on the leaves is probably one of my favourite sounds. I love that sound. How's you doing?
Good. I found a giant snail.
We're spotting some really interesting things as we walk around. I've spotted these leaves, the way these grow. I've never seen these before. So we've been in Singapore 3 years now. I've been to loads of end parks. Walking across the boardwalk is really cool because on one side you can see loads of pond skaters that Milo's spotting, and on the other side there's huge water snail he spotted. There's loads of little fish as well. So it's nice actually just walking through slowly and just seeing all the tiny little things that we could spot along the way.
I absolutely love how tranquil this place is. I can't believe I've not been here. 3 years we've lived in Singapore and we've not ever come to this reservoir, and this boardwalk is absolutely stunning. I almost feel like any other rainy day this is where I'm going to want to be. It is just the most beautiful place ever. I mean, I'm just looking out across the water and it's just stunning. The reflection, the water is really smooth. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I can't describe the atmosphere here. I really wish I could, but you're just going to have to come down and check it out yourself. I'm amazed that we haven't been here yet, and I'm so glad that we're here now.
This trail is called the Onkosperamum Trail.
The what?
Onkosperamum Trail.
Ben, what's this trail called?
Onkosperamum.
And put it together.
Onkosperamum Trail.
The Onkosperamum Trail.
Onkosperamum Trail.
Yeah, let's go.
So the trail is on a boardwalk so far, which has been pretty smooth so far. And now there are a few steps, which I guess is just something worth noting if you were thinking of coming here with someone who uses a buggy or a wheelchair, that there are a few little steps along the way. But we're kind of leaving where the reservoir is and heading further on into the jungle, which is awesome. And I love the sounds of the rain. I was just saying to John, I couldn't hear the cicadas as much, but I can hear them now. But you can hear other bird sounds here as well, and yeah, it's nice and peaceful.
I found a snail, and it's gonna be called Jeffrey. Have a piggyback.
There's 4 different ways that we can go, and then obviously Lower Pierce Reservoir was just where we came from. Casuarina entrance, which I remember seeing that on a map. I think that kind of goes back around. It's just a separate entrance.
The Casuarina entrance.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. The Casuarina entrance takes us to Thompson Nature Park. Up there, and that's where, because there's a Casuarina road, and then there's a car park right near where Biscuit King is. If you've never been there, check it out.
So we probably don't want to go
that
way.
because that takes us to where we know already.
Yes.
But I don't know whether it takes us a longer way over an area that we haven't been before, which we just end where we know. So maybe we need to do a phone check.
Jacaranda?
Jacaranda.
Jacaranda?
Chakaranda, 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 chakaranda.
If we take the Jacaranda entrance, it takes us to here. I guess that's the Jacaranda entrance, okay? So if we take the left and go down there towards the bamboo trail, the Cashew Arena entrance, we've got a nice long walk through here, through the forest. We end up here, and that's where Biscuit King is, and that curry restaurant we've been to before, and everything's there. So we know that we can get back from there. So that's where we'll go.
It feels so relaxing. This is like a massage.
So the other week in Sentosa,
I found this.
what was it? A striped bronze back snake.
Bronze snake.
So if you haven't yet seen that episode in Sentosa, go check it out. It was quite spectacular, and Aspen spotted one of these striped bronzeback snakes, and we had an amazing time. You could hear these frogs, and they've just stopped because I think we're getting closer. But there's loads of them around here. Getting into this section of the forest is amazing. There's so many frogs you can hear just going. Can't do the sound, but it's amazing. And they're everywhere. And when we get close to them, they stop. It's like they know we're here.
There was something stuck to my lace, and when I picked up, it's this leaf, and on the top it's like really smooth, but on the bottom it's like the sticky bit of Velcro. It's weird. It's like slightly spiky but not painful, but it's like, yeah, it's like the spiky side of Velcro. It's just stuck to my shoe. How are you feeling?
Okay, we've got a venomous pit viper just hanging out in the tree just here. It's yellow and black. It's absolutely beautiful. We've been told that she's literally just shed her skin, so her colours are really, really vibrant. And she's just literally right next to the pathway, which is absolutely incredible. Can't quite believe that we've spotted her right here. The skin that it just shed is actually just hanging from the tree in there as well. It's absolutely like beautiful, also semi-creepy. But to think that we were sat maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago at the Hawker Centre thinking about turning in and calling it a day, this should be a lesson to us and to everybody watching, that you don't just finish up like that. There is so much to be discovered in the world, even when it's raining. Don't miss out. I can't believe that pit viper is so close to the walkway. It was terrifying.
So a guy told us about it, and then another lady saw us walking up and down, and she lives in the area, and she'd been told that there was a snake there. So she came to find it and then looked for the skin, so she kind of told us where it was. And now more people with like massive cameras with big lenses are turning up to take pictures, so there must be some like underground nature group.
Yeah, I need to be on that WhatsApp group. That'd be fun.
Sound like a weird growl.
It's a lion.
That's a lion. But yeah, I wonder what else is in there. Obviously not a lion, but what else have we walked past?
Well, we saw like a
I'm not
monitor
seeing.
lizard at a distance earlier as well, and you just don't know what's on the forest floor. It's just incredible.
So we've been wandering around here for probably just over an hour, just looking at all the little things, the leaves, looking at the floor, and if you've got the time, really like look and see what's about, because you can walk through it in quite a short space of time. Actually looking and seeing all the little things has just been amazing today.
Right, that lady who helped us find the viper had a coffee cup, so I'm looking forward to
I clocked that.
seeing where we can get a nice coffee nearby.
Okay, we don't know what's out this end, but
Yeah, we got a rough idea, but we'll check it out.
I don't.
Biscuit King. Just here.
Yeah, biscuits. Yeah, but I can't picture it in my mind. So.
Okay, cool. Right, we're going. Oh, it was great to be able to have just a little drink there. Millie had her fresh watermelon, which is always good.
Watermelon juice just after that walk.
And we're going to walk back to the bus stop. Oh, Biscuit King.
This place is, I'd say, it's not nostalgic for me at first hand, obviously, but like it does have that nostalgic vibe, and especially like what your mum and dad have talked about, like all the toys on the outside and other little things when we've done other things that are kind of like Singapore back when, I guess. So yeah, this place is nice, and it's got biscuits. I mean, who doesn't love a biscuit?
Okay, wow, that was really fun to just go in and randomly collect a load of treats, which is nice. And I quickly FaceTimed my dad to be able to get him his favourite snacks, because he's joining us in Singapore in a few weeks' time too.
Yeah, it's been a really nice afternoon, and I'm glad there was a little bit of me when it was raining. I was like, oh, we're just going to kind of end up going home, which I didn't really want to do, but I didn't really want to get soaked either. But the rain stopped and it was perfect. The things we saw were amazing.
I can't believe the day we've had. It's just absolutely brilliant. That's one of the best things about living in Singapore. You can go out and you just never know what you're going to find, because there's so much depth in this tiny little country, and we love it.
We do indeed. So thanks for watching.
Like, subscribe, please subscribe, like and comment. We love comments and we love replying.
We do, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.